Hey guys, so I'm about to do a hairstyle. I'm about to do an old school method. I'm about to do sew-in with a netting cap. This is the hair again. This is Cuban twist braiding weaving 12 inches. Okay, so you're probably thinking, well girl, you could have just crochet braided in. Problem with crochet braids, especially with this here, the last time I've tried, when you crochet braid, sometimes you could put too much and it's like, I don't want to put too little and then you see the spacing, and so we're just going to sew it in. This is actually on a track, and this here is Cuban twist braidable weaving. See, so it's on a track. So I only have an hour and a half to do this hairstyle. I want to do a half up, half down hairstyle. So I set my timer. My hair's been washed, deep conditioned, leave-in last night. So I parted. So this here, I parted the front. So this front will be what I'm gonna work with. Right here will be my leave out. All right, so my leave out is set. So here you see these two braids, so my leave out. It's so sticky, gel. So the first, now what I'm going to do is, right now I have 4 band-2 knots in the back. So I'm going to detangle each section, and then I'm going to create one cornrow going across here, and then one cornrow going in the back, so that'll be the baseline of where I can sew on the net. And then in the middle, the reason why I'm doing a sewing net instead of just like sewing on the tracks is because I'm going to do probably like 3 big cornrows in the middle. Mainly I'm only going to keep this style in for a week. I don't think I'll do 2 weeks because my scalp is itchy. I'll have to wash it. Okay, so I braided the back. I have no idea how it looks like. Let me see. All right, so I braided the back. I did this 3 big braids, and I'm gonna put the net. So I think the best way to add a weaving net is first, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to put it in place with some bobby pins, and then I'll just cut the excess around it. The more efficient way is to actually use like a measuring tape. If you're doing this on yourself, use like a measuring tape and measure your perimeter so you know how much you have to cut off, but we ain't doing all that, so that would take more time. So I'm just gonna put it in place with these bobby pins, and then I'm gonna like just cut it around, cut the excess. I know this looks crazy, but logically it makes sense if you're like weaving and you didn't, like, my foundation is way too, like these cornrows are way too big to sew on. So doing a weaving net would be the best way to lay a more solid foundation. Well, let's say usually if people are bald headed or they have big bald spots, using a weaving net is the best way to do a foundation. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'll cut the excess of what I can see from the front of my head. All right, here I'm just going by touch. So now I can feel the cornrows here, so I'm like gonna cut where my finger is as a guide. All right, so this is, let's see, perimeter is here and here, so let's just hopefully finish sewing before this. Yeah, it's enough thread. So all this, I'm gonna just like fold it. Oh, I can't even fold it in. So yeah, this is where I started, and it's just this much left. So you know, I'm gonna cut this. So this is what's left. I'm gonna just finish it off. Let's see. All right, that's it. Up. All right, awesome. So I'm gonna just cut this, tie it. God, I should keep my scissors with me. Shake and go. All right, so this is the hair unraveled. Basically, Marley hair. And it's like, I like how it clumps, so it'll be easy for me to sew it on. Okay, so you guys get the idea of how I'm sewing this on to my on the sheening net on my head. All right, so we're not going to sit through the next 20 to 30 minutes it took me to do this part. Let's roll to the next step. All right, I am running out of time. This is what I did for the front, so I'm going to do the this one on camera, and even though it looks white here, it'll go away over time. So I'm supposed to be doing my makeup right now, so I'm using this edge control. This is Style Factor Edge Booster. It's like it's a pomade, so this really gets my edges pretty sleek. So I'm just gonna put it like on the outer perimeter. Hey guys, so it is the next day. I've been wearing the hair like this and a ponytail, and this is the reason why. So my current hair stops here. So it wasn't, and I was rushing yesterday. I had to meet a friend. So hold on, let me put another. So because it wasn't blending in as good, and now I'm rushing again to go out, but outside, social distancing with a mask, okay? So we ain't playing here in New York. But so this is the hair. I'm going to just separate it a little bit so it's not, so it flows, so it's not in a mold, so it's more fluffy. So now, because my hair is so short and it's not blending in as much as I want it to, and I probably can like just split it, you know, like fluff it up for it to blend in more. I'm too lazy. So what we want to do, an idea I have is that I have this little knot right here. So what I can do is add like a ponytail, and then it'll flop over my actual hair and it'll blend in better. So I have this much left over, and then I have a whole nother pack. All right, and what I'm gonna do is, let me see, I'm gonna remove this bead. I'm gonna use these short bobby pins to pin it in. Like this is the regular length of a regular bobby pin, and this is like half the size. I don't know where I got these from. I think a beauty supply store. Just look online. You're gonna start wrapping this around and pin it right in place, and call it a day, because I gotta be ready in like 20 minutes. I'm always rushing to just stay in place, and honestly it's just for, I'm going out again tonight, and then the rest of the week I'll be working from home, so it's like it doesn't have to be like super perfect or anything, as long as it stays in place. Honestly, you know what, I'm just gonna keep on wrapping this, and then I'll pin the end in place. Okay. All right, so I put a little bit more here, and then I just wrapped some right here. All right, so let's take that back out. Lord, I feel like I'm one of those girls who are in the beginning of the Coming to America movie. I'm going out because it's my was my birthday, so that's why we're doing like the big hair, and also just an experiment. This is the second time I've been out, like, well, maybe the third or no, fourth time I've been out since quarantine, like with friends and stuff, and it's like celebrating my birthday. So all right, I'm just gonna put this in the back. So the good thing about this, it's covering my short pieces. It's covering all those short ass pieces, so you don't see them anymore. So let me, okay, so since they hairstyle, let me fluff this out so it's not so stiff. Like separate the pieces. Cause I was sleeping on it, so it got a little stiff. That is a lot of hair, looking like a Coming to America dancer. All right, that is it. Oh God. That is it. So I think these are really good extensions. If you want like 4B, 4C here, the only thing is compared to her given here, they don't, it's just a regular track. There's no clips, there's nothing. So I would recommend actually buying clips and sewing them on, or you can just sew it in old school the way I did, honey. But clips is probably easier. Most likely I'll sew these out and wash it and actually like put in clips. This here was only, well, at my beauty supply store, it was 2 for $14, 2 packs for $14, and 1 pack for $10.99. So pretty cheap and very realistic. So I definitely recommend these weaving track if you want a realistic look. All right, so that is it. This is your girl Urban Chick 1. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. All right, peace.